Hey friends, welcome back. It's Monday. It means that we're going to get everything done before noon. We're going to get our steps in, we're going to get our home picked up, and we're going to get our meals handled. So you ready? Let's go. This week I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try to get my steps in first thing in the morning. Usually I like to spread it out during the day. That's how I've been doing it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I thought it's been such extreme heat every single day. We're getting like 110, 115 degrees. It's Florida. It's August. It's going to happen. So I thought, why don't I get out this morning and get it in while it's a little bit cooler. So it's a beautiful morning. Sun is coming up. I did take Maxine already. She got her walk in this morning. She was super happy because we didn't get to walk last week due to me not feeling well. So she was chipper and ready to go. But it's beautiful. I love walking, seeing the trees, the birds. It's quiet. I live in the city now and you don't get a lot of quiet. But first thing in the morning, it's peaceful. The sun rising, just beautiful. I also like to spend time in God's Word before the house wakes up. That's been something that's been changing over the last little while, and it's been able to be longer, which is nice. So I usually listen to a little message, about a half hour in the morning, and then read my Word, read what God's speaking to me, and do a little bit of journaling, trying to be more intentional journaling, and then also not just writing, but also looking back on what I've written, and then look at my day and think about what I have to do to begin. Laundry. You always got to start on Monday doing laundry. So for the most part, I try to do, if I find that I'm doing my laundry before the week is up, then I see what do I need more of. Do I need more undergarments? I wear like bike shorts under all my dresses. So I'm like, do I need more bike shorts? Because those are inexpensive to get. Do you need more underwear? Do you need more bras? Those kind of things. And then I know that I have plenty of dresses to wear. So that's something I even teach my kids that I say, make sure that you have enough laundry for at least a week's worth of clothes. I understand if you like run out beforehand, that's going to happen. But for the most part, make sure that you have at least a week's worth of clothes. Sometimes I do mine before. For a while, I was getting them and just getting them washed like after a few days. And I'm like, what am I doing? Just get enough stuff so you have enough for the week. So same thing for like my husband, like he sometimes wears jeans, sometimes wears shorts to work, the perk of living in Florida. And so some places work days he had to wear pants or jeans. And so I know after a few days, he would run out like after three, I think he had 3 pairs for a while. And so then I was like, ooh, make sure I do laundry. So then if I knew that was going to be the continuation, I would make sure to go get at least 5 pairs so that's at least what he has to wear each week. So teach my kids the same thing. Make sure you have at least that much so you don't have to do laundry multiple times during the week. It just helps not to have to run out. That's just a short load. I need to empty this. This is super full over here. What does your lip balls look like? Mine's mostly hair because I've got lots of girls. I laugh. We used to keep this all the time for starting fires. I remember my mom, bless her heart, we lived in the mountains and starting fires was so not fun in the mountains because it was wet. I thought it was bad in Florida. It was worse there. And the kids like to do fires. And so I remember telling her that. And just like your grandma does, you tell them one thing and they know that you need it, they're going to make sure that you have tons of it. So she would literally save all of her lint and she would mail the kids, fun packages every couple months just full of fun treats, little candies, she's just fun things for the kids. Coloring books still when they were a little bit bigger, but that's okay. That's grandma. I love that. Stickers, all those things. And I was thinking she would also save, my mom would do, she would get mail and she would always get how they give you the notepads with somebody else's name on it. Basically, it's like the Audubon Society, the Tree Foundation, and she probably at least at one time gave to those groups. And so she would always get stickers and label, you name it. She'd sit there and cut that out. She'd save everything. She has piles and piles of just stickers that she saved from different junk mail and stuff. And so she'd always pack that up and send it in a nice box. But lint was one thing she mailed to us forever because we used it all the time to burn the fires because the fire starters did not help any of that stuff. And so now I laugh because my laundry, it's mostly hair. That's what's in it. I don't know. I have girls, obviously that's going to happen. And so, and long hair girls, not just short hair girls, and my own hair. So it's constant hair in the laundry. How about your home? It's got lots of lint and hair in your thing. But I love my little lint bucket thing. I think that's one of the best things I purchased. If you don't have one of those, get that. I think that's great because for me, I'm always like, change the lint. I think my mom had a trash can next to her. We just don't have enough room. Like there's not a whole lot of room in there. We could put, I guess, a bucket on the top. But that little thing sticks on the wall. It magnetizes to the side of your dryer or washer, same thing. So it's just, I think it was like $10, $15 on Amazon. Great little thing. But yeah, I always forget to empty and I'm like, keep shoving. So I'm like, it's time to empty the lint bin. So yes, use lint for fires. It works. Here in Florida, it's the worst. It's the absolute worst to do fires. I thought the mountains was bad. Here in Florida is so not fun. And so we always, maybe if you keep your wood in the garage, but I don't know. We keep it out in a covered bin. It doesn't matter. We bought all that wood, kept it inside bins. We put it in the fire and it just absorbs the water. So it's just, we're always out there with a blowtorch and a fan trying to get it going. So fires are not fun anymore. We got a nice fire pit, got a nice little area all marked off. And once in a while I'm like, okay, we're going to have fire pit night. We're going to have s'mores. And it's more like a forced thing because it's always a smoky mess, but something fun. We always end up laughing and having a good time and joking about the burnt hot dogs and the smoky fire. So good fun memories. All right, laundry is going. And I've been sharing over the last month how much life has changed and the home stays clean pretty much for the most part, even after a long weekend. We had birthday weekend for Steven. It's actually today's his birthday, so we're kind of doing a spread out weekend, but we had birthday celebration fun. And so even after all of that and the teens over, hanging out, having fun, playing games, it's like the house is still clean, still pretty clean. So it just needs a good wipe down of everything, which, hey, that's a good thing versus like taking hours to clean your kitchen. I love that. It takes me maybe about 20 minutes and I'm done. Just came out to film some shorts, and what did we find? There's a snake in there. Where'd the snake go, Maxine? He's probably on the side of the pool. He's probably on the edge where I'm walking. There's a snake in the pool. Where did he go? Where did it go, Maxine? I was just sitting here and I saw it slithering on the ground. It's a little one, but it's still a snake in your pool. Not something you want to... It's probably up on the edge. He's probably on the edge of the pool. Where'd he go, Max? You smell him. He's probably like right underneath there. Did he make his way down here? Oh, there he is. He's right there. There's the snake. He's on the bottom. Oh, I know. We're going to have to get him out, throw him over the fence. I think I'm going to have to get We'll have to get a daddy to do that one. Maxine, she'll jump right in. All right. Oh, there he comes. Oh, don't do it, Maxine. No. All right. Came back inside. I told Greg, I said, it's a good thing you're sick and in bed because you can get the snake today. So, not our favorite thing. It's funny. Sometimes you have snakes. Sometimes you don't. Thankfully, they're little ones like that. They're not harmful. I just don't like snakes. I don't like snakes. I don't like... Lizards are growing on me. I don't like them, but I'm not like... You see them run across your floor, your wall, your house. Not as scary as it used to be with snakes. Snakes and mice. Nope, can't do it. Just not in me. So I'm always like bears, no big deal. Alligators, no big deal. I mean, you to be aware of them, but not those creepy crawly things. No, thank you. So once in a while you see those in the pool. I'm like, ugh. So we do have a couple. We bought specifically like nets and skimmer heads, like the basket kind, to get them out. So he'll get them out today for me. Thank goodness. I'm like, yeah. So all good things. Okay, like chores are done. This is a beautiful thing. And even now, like with my kids, the chores they're going to do are so simple. Our chores are so simple. I used to have a list just to give them something to do because I feel like kids need to know how to do chores. So sometimes, yes, it is easier for you to do the chores, Mom. I get that. It's way easier and it's done better. I understand. But try to hand off those chores to your kids to do. So they do something, like even if it's as simple as, like if you think emptying your trash can is no big deal, right? It's not, you just grab it, you're right there. But put that as a chore. So that's something that they can do. It gives them responsibility, all those good things. My kids can pretty much do the whole household and do a pretty good job on things. I know as they are teens and I have them clean up the kitchen, they forget little things here and there. That's normal, but as they grow up, and I see it because I knew it like when Brooklyn started cleaning up the kitchen after like leaving it, it was all messy. It gets cleaner. Than the other day, Autumn did it. And I remember Brooklyn thinking and Autumn never liked cleaning. Or she didn't love it. She didn't when she was younger. And I said, I think it's just because you and Jaden do all the cleaning, and that's why she doesn't. Well, she's never gonna learn how. And it's so funny because now does a great job, and she does the dishes. She's usually my go-to for dishes, her and Steven, because they do such a good job. But I know I came down the other day in the kitchen and I was like, oh, someone did all the dishes, wiped everything up, put everything away. I'm like, that just melted my heart. So yes, they do get better with chores. I promise you, mamas, they do. You put that into them, you just kind of keep sowing those seeds, they will get better. So today's chores are going to be, Jensen will be cleaning up the backyard. That's his job, and that's going through, and maybe he'll get the snake. Picking up a few things from the pool. We were swimming in this weekend, just lining up the floaties, picking up the stuff. If there's any dishes out there, there's a few things out there. Blowing everything off. I haven't blown off all our furniture because of snakes and lizards, all those things, good things. So I try to have him do that every day, and then he takes the trash out to the trash can. That's his job. Today is Steven's birthday, and Steven we usually on their birthday have them do no chores. That's something I do in my home, and I think Maddie is probably the only child who's opted to not do chores on her birthday. So she's like, I want to clean on my birthday. I don't know if she'll do that. She's older now, but she's always done something. And so Mondays are usually our bigger cleaning day because we do most of our stuff. And so today he won't do anything. So normally he'll clean the boys' bathroom, and I'll have him like vacuum the stairs. And what else does Steven do? Those are usually puts dishes away. So he won't do any of that today. So someone else will clean the bathroom, boys' bathroom, more likely Jensen. And the stairs, if they're not that dirty, I probably will, because there was a bunch of teens in here this weekend running up and down. So probably have them vacuum the stairs. And Autumn's home too. She can do some dishes too. So Maddie usually cleans everything up, straightens it. So that's why I don't straighten anything, because she straightens all this up. She cleans the bathroom down here. She cleans the girls' bathroom upstairs. And then that's it. That's it. I take care of Maxine's food and water. Really not a whole lot to do, which is beautiful. We don't really have to dust. I used to have it on the weekly rotation, but the house just does not get dusty. I don't know if it's just Florida mountains. We always got dusty. Maybe once a month we wipe everything off. My windows, I have to clean those more because that's Maxine, but that's more of there's dog nose prints all over the window. Let's wipe that one. And for right now, most of our blinds are shut because it's so hot. So it's usually the door and the window. That's it. But when it gets more wintry time, we can open the blinds up more and you'll see dirty windows, and I'll clean them all the time. But for now, that's it. So it just gets easier. It gets easier, mamas, I promise you. So all those times that you think, it's never going to get done, I'm never going to have time, my windows will never get clean. I promise you, those windows will get clean. I remember my Mennonite friend Barb, when I used to have my baby, she'd come over and she'd sit and she'd sit with me, when I had a new baby, and she'd look at my windows and she'd be like, you know what, I'd like to come over and clean your windows for you. And I was like, you want to clean my windows? And now in my head, I didn't even give it a thought to clean my windows. That wasn't even on the chore list because I was in survival mode of babies. My jobs were make sure the floor's clean because that's where babies are, make sure dishes are washed because we use them, and just kind of pick that up, and do laundry. That's it. That's it. There's no dusting. I didn't have anything to dust. I made sure not to have anything to dust. I didn't worry about wiping walls. I didn't worry about cleaning windows. It just was not a thing because who has time? And so I think I laugh at that now because I'm it's those things that you think about. Maybe you do sit, and then after a while I was staring at my window. I'm they're so dirty. Am I ever going to clean my windows? You will. I promise you'll clean them all the time. They'll be spotless and you won't even think about it anymore. So all those chores do get easier. So I'm going to take care of my hydroponic plants. They're growing. They're doing great. Let me show you. As much as I worry about them, I think they're doing just fine. So they're right here. Do I shut it off? I'll shut it off. There we go. They're growing. as much as they were laying down flat, I was all worried, and now I just kind of let them do their thing. They're doing great. They had a little bit of mold on them. I wasn't sure like why that was happening. I think just too much water. And then this one was not sprouting. I've had to replant it this is the third time. It's starting to come up. So I'm hopeful that it will. So I'm just gonna dump this water out, put fresh water and fresh nutrients in it. To me, that's the easiest thing. There's probably pH, you have to test all that stuff. I don't even bother. Because it just more like not even a worry. So I'm just gonna let this come out. Ooh, look at all that. Okay, see? Look at the underground root system. Look at that all growing away. Just doing it. So this one doesn't have much. This is kind of tiny. And this one. But the middle ones are growing, so that's a positive. I'm sure they'll all catch up. Craig's got what I had last week, so I'm feeling much better. Praise the Lord. It was a long drawn out, like for me, I guess I don't normally, if I do get sick, sometimes I'm out for the whole time, but not very often. But sometimes it's like I get enough to function for the day. And so every day I just took rested as I needed. The weekend I rested really well. We went to the beach and I got to, there, Craig's up again, my snake. Good job, Craig. He's catching it. Get the snake out of there. So, just I don't do that. So I rested, and Sunday I got up. I felt better Sunday. I didn't go to church because I didn't want to, make sure I didn't get anything else. And then, but Daddy's getting that snake. And then by nighttime, we went to the beach, and so I was tired because it was the first time I really walked and bending and doing all that. We were in the water. And that was the first time, like all week, I really did extra, and so I was tired and slept really good last night. Woke up today feeling great, so I'm just like, okay, just keep. Oh, weenie. So it's a good thing. Okay, let's take care of our plants for the week as well. Update on the peace lily. It's looking amazing. For a person that doesn't do very well green thumbing, it's got a lot of growth in the middle here. So I'm like, I feel like I'm doing good with it. So I think its happy spot is over there. That window is, we just leave it like that most of the time because I don't like window shut. I don't like blind shut. I feel like, why would you shut your blinds in your house? But in Florida, I have to, otherwise you're getting blasted with natural sunlight. You can't see anything. And so that one we just keep cracked. And so that way it's not too bright on the TV. It's good, not too much in the room. But the plant seems to do very well with this. So there's a lot of growth in the middle. So I am seeing, that's a good thing. So remember this one I gave like the haircut? I cut all the dead stuff off and I thought, is that ruining it? It did really good. So let me get this one back, get the other. Okay, my plant, I brought it over here, and what was all over the top surface of the dirt, again, mold. That happened to me before. So he says it's overwatering. Like the dirt is super dry every single time I check it. I even let it sit for 2 weeks and it looked like it was not doing well. It just might not be the plant for my home, and that's quite all right. So we put it on the front porch in the shade, see how it does. That's all I can do. It might have to be replaced, and I'm okay with that because it's just not loving our home. So all good things. All right, so now I'm gonna do, the kids are helping getting stuff picked up. It's gonna be an easy day. I gotta think about breakfast, lunch, and dinner for today. Okay, sometimes you do life a little bit different. So since my husband is out taking care of the snake, doing a few things outside, getting the pool set, I'm gonna vacuum the floor in here. I've already cleaned the bathroom this morning when I was in there, got all the laundry out, so that's a good thing. So let me just vacuum the floor. Trying to do as much as I can. Anybody else, like normally Monday is my day to clean in here, get this room done. And so my husband, he just hasn't been feeling amazing. He is outside doing a few things. So it's like, do I take the bed off? I know he's going to lay down later, but I'm going to take the bed off and put on, I have a gray sheet. It doesn't match anything, but at least I have a sheet and a blanket he can use. This can get washed, so I can put it back on tomorrow. That's no big deal, but at least it'll get clean. You know what I mean? Honey, I'm going to make your bed. It's in the living room, but I think he did all that. Doesn't match anything, but it's clean, so that's the key. So I'll just leave everything for his pillows and stuff, and then actually it's just one. I'll wash the other one, so that'll be on. Then you know what? I could always change it out tomorrow. So So yay for a husband getting snake out, because I was able to clean the bedroom real quick. So even though the bedding's not like aesthetic, it doesn't matter, it's clean. That's a positive. We had this weekend, so let me get stuff to clean that out. So all I'm gonna do next, the only thing I have to do for chores is keep flipping laundry, pick up the rugs, and I'm gonna vacuum the floor real good. It feels real sticky in the living room there. Teens were in there, and I feel like they had spills, which is okay, that's a beautiful thing. I'll wash everything real good today. So, and then like chores are gonna be done. You know what I'm gonna do different today that I've never done before? Usually like chores, I have done chores so many different ways. I recommend what are those things called? The little clipper things. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on that. Hold on a minute, let me think. They were called chore packs. This other large family mom did them. I can't remember the name. Greatest things ever. Look them up, chore packs. That was probably my best thing to do when you had a lot of little ones, because what you did is you printed off these little chore. It's a little bit of investment, meaning time. It didn't cost very much because we had a lot of kids and we could afford it. It wasn't a big thing. And so it takes time to get it going, but once you do it, your kids go to their little clipboard I had, and they take their chore pack, and every day there are chore cards in there. They look at the first one, they put it on, they would do that first chore, and they take that paper and put it behind and do the next chore. The only flaw I found was that when the child decided to lose the card for the chore pack, I had a couple like that, and I was like, where's your cards at? And I don't know. So I kept it simple, but that was a great way for little ones to follow what they had to do. We went from that. We've done the print off in like WordPad, where I did like a chart, and then they come up and they mark it off easy. They got digital where you can do it on tablets now. There's so many ways you can do it. You can do it so inexpensive, piece of paper and a ruler and lines, mama. You can do everything. It doesn't cost you a thing. It just takes time knowing what they have to do. So I have found that when kids know what they have to do, it's way easier. It makes your mornings better. So now I used to have a list of chores to do. We moved into a new house, new season. I started making a chore list, and I'm finding that we don't even do half the chores because they don't need to be done. And so for me, I just write down what we have to do for that day, because that's how our life is right now. It takes me extra few minutes if I want to write it down. Would it be easier to have a list? Maybe, but like, it's just our life is so, it's not the same. So it's just easier for me. So what I usually do on Mondays, I will go to the refrigerator and I'll mark down a whole lot of things to do. I used to do just a big list, but now my kids kind of like certain ones, they like to know what they have to do. So for the most part, I kind of put like under each kid what they have to do, or put a letter after of what the job is they're going to do. Sometimes I put a big list up there, but what I find is some kids do the easier jobs and leave the hard jobs for everybody else. That happens even with my teens. So they just like to know what to do. So just easy. So what I'm gonna do different today is, because they all have phones now. They all have a phone, and we have a group text, so they all respond to it. So what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna text them, because I have their phone with them 24/7. They all knew. I just texted them now, do you guys want toad in the hole for breakfast? And so I only got 2 responses, but I know that the other, they asked the sibling, so maybe their phone's not with them. But I'm just gonna text what they have to do for their chores. Something simple, but it's so small and minimal today. It's gonna be great. So for breakfast, we're low on groceries, totally fine. Not gonna go shopping until next week, like big shopping. And then we have bread from the store in there, and I have eggs. So toad in the hole, we haven't made toad in the hole in a long time. That's something Steven, he used to really like it. He's getting where he's not a big breakfast person. He'll eat stuff, but not a ton. So I will make toad in the hole for breakfast today. Very simple, classic little, back in the day I learned it from home ec when I went to middle school. So something yummy. Let me get the stuff out. And normally I recommend you take your bread and you butter it and put it in the pan, but my butter is pretty solid because it's all homemade, and I didn't leave it out to soften. So I'm just gonna take a big chunk out and put it in my pan and heat that up that way, and we'll just put the bread on top of it. That's quite all right. I'm gonna do that. And then we also have a little bit of bacon left from this weekend. There's like three pieces of turkey and 2 pieces of regular. I'm gonna throw that in the microwave for a minute. So let me heat this up. And toad in the hole is simple. Get your bread and use a knife if you want, cut out a circle. I have this set. This is a nice inexpensive set. I'm not big on buying lots of little knick-knack tools for your kitchen, but I do like some things. This I have found that I really, really like, and I use it a lot. So basically, take your bread, and all you're gonna do is find one that you wanna put on it, whatever size. We'll do the smaller one. And just cut out the middle of it. There you go. That's it. Here you go. These two pieces I'm gonna put over here, and then I'm gonna put crack an egg in the middle. Lots of good butter. I'm gonna go like this, make sure these get nice and buttered. You know what, I'm gonna use both sides. Let's just do that. We're gonna butter our bread by just doing this. Now if some that like dippy, that would be Maddie. So hers, I'll leave that way. And hers is done. I know Autumn likes hers cooked, so does Steven. Steven likes cheese too. Toad in a hoe. Cheese, dippy. Make sure the yolk is cooked. And I just made regular dippy eggs for Greg as well. So breakfast done. Okay, so breakfast is good and done. So now I'm kind of waiting on to hear what we're gonna do for lunch and dinner today. So that's my only main goal for today. That's it. Like, it's very simple. I'm trying to structure my days to get all of my major housework done before noon, and then that way the afternoon is free for school. We're not doing school just yet, but school, we do our Bible, we do a video usually, or a documentary or something that we can discuss, and so that's usually in the afternoon, and then I edit. And then it's dinner, and it's time to enjoy. We usually walk, swim, all those kind of things. So for me as a mom in this phase of life, I like to get all of my kitchen homework done before then. I used to do it way back in the day when I had little ones too. I think people mostly give me grief because I make my dinner so early. It's just because it makes my life so much easier. Will that change? It sure may. I may make dinner right before dinner. It just depends on life and how it is. So if you're finding yourself, I'm just going through a new season. And so if you're finding yourself going through a different season, maybe you're downsizing, maybe it's just different. Like mine is just different. And so it's kind of hard for people to understand unless you're going through it. So I'd love for you to stick around. So I'm going to ask that you click the subscribe button, and then you'll get a notification that I put in a new video. So I upload every day, sharing my life and what I'm doing, whether it looks boring, whether it has something exciting. It's life. It's real life, not staged, not anything. Yeah, I'll show you the mess. I'll show you my flaws. Trust me. I'm not ashamed to do all those things. So I would love for you to subscribe. So click the subscribe button if you would, please. All right, vacuum's running now. The only other thing I have to do is lunch and dinner today. So since we had birthday celebration on the weekend, we have leftover like fun snacks like pizza rolls and taquitos. That's what we're gonna have for lunch today. So I'm going to heat that up. Most of it's got cheese in it, and so what I'm gonna do is make a dairy-free one for Jensen. He doesn't mind eating the cheese one, but it does mess up his tummy, so that's gonna be an easy lunch when it comes time. And we still have, I think, chicken bites in the refrigerator. So I will bake this, not in a little bit, it's not time yet. So that'll go in the oven. So this is gonna be lunch day. We're doing a bigger lunch because it's Steven's birthday today, and so our whole family was going to go see Spider-Man. And so my kids are spamming my phone right now. I said, send me back a confirmation that you got your text, so they're sending me all these pictures back. So we're gonna go earlier today. We were planning on going at nighttime, but we'll surprise them with going during the day. So I thought, well, why don't we do a fun lunch for lunch, and then we'll go see the movie. You know, you're gonna get popcorn, we got candy, all that good stuff. And then it's like, when they come home, some will be hungry, some won't, it just depends. So like, there'll probably be leftovers, and if not, then I can make some stuff too. It's really no big deal. I do have, what do I have in there? I think I still have some leftover, like casserole, something in there. So then I don't waste anything. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to waste food. Don't want to waste food. So I'm going to do pizza for Jensen here. I'm just going to do half of one because he will not eat a whole one, and then it will not get eaten. I should do, maybe I'll do half. I've got white sauce. Maybe I'll do half his kind and then half like the white sauce one, and somebody else can have that too. So just options to eat from. That's the beautiful part of the end of the month groceries. Oh my gosh, my phone. It's almost noon. I want to get finished before. Oh, listen. All right, we did it. Look at the time. 11:46. So I got my steps in, I got my house clean, and meals all done. It's still cooking in the oven, all before noon. That's what I wanted to do. So now the rest of my afternoon, I have a few things of laundry to do. No big deal, just flipping them. Waiting on the food, it's just cooking in the oven. And then the vacuum, it died, so it's gonna have to come back and do its own thing, but that's okay. I went and wiped all the floors. I'm like, I'll wash it. It can still pick up little fuzzies or anything it's left on there. And then we are gonna go head out for a birthday movie this afternoon. So it's been a great day. So I'm glad you're here. Come along for the ride and the journey of life. So you have a beautiful rest of your day. Come back tomorrow, we'll do more life. All right, I'll see ya, bye.